So in Grim Dawn with build 25 and the faction system, you have to build up reputation with particular locations / groups of people or enemies. Building up positive reputation with the Black Legion, Rovers, whichever of your two orders you've chosen from. Homestead and Devil's Crossing is done through whatever's listed in this box right here. In Devil's Crossing's case, ooh, that was a little rough. You get it by killing Cronley's gang, doing the quests around the prison, and doing the bounties at the bounty table. For Homestead, you get reputation by killing beasts, doing the quests and doing the bounties. Kaiman's Chosen is not listed on mine, but it's for killing ethereals, and then killing Order of Death's Vigil people, and quests and bounties. Order of Death's Vigil is killing, they're killing Chthonians. Order of Death's Vigil is killing ethereals, and killing Kaiman's Chosen. Rovers is killing undead. Black Legion has no kill building right now, but you gain it from quests and bounties. And then I think in the future they're probably going to have a thing that you can hunt down and kill to farm reputation. But right now you can only get 300, I think. And that's only from doing those initial quests for the Black Legion leading up to Homestead and the limited number you can pick in Homestead. I think going forward we're gonna get a lot more quests, obviously. But we're gonna get a lot more opportunities to raise reputation with the Black Legion. So next is the enemy groups, the ethereals, the Chthonians, Cronley's gang, one of your two orders you're enemies with, and the undead. The way you lose reputation, I guess, or gain notoriety, however you want to call it with them, is just by killing them. And if you kill heroes, it'll build up faster. But killing the Dross enemies will also build reputation. And this is true for the killing enemies in each faction. So if you just kill like your normal Cronley's gang members, you'll build reputation in Devil's Crossing. And while you do that, you'll actually gain reputation with Cronley's gang. Now when you hit for your allies, you unlock different levels of vendoring in town. For friendly, you'll just have an oil and a tincture. For respected, you gain access to the bounty table, but you'll also have some the lower level augments and a couple blueprints. Honored, you'll get the faction gear, and revered, you will get the higher augments and faction accessories, but you'll also get the mandate and writ for those areas, which will increase your reputation with other characters. So I actually have the mandated Devil's Crossing on another character, and this does work on veteran as far as I know. I mean, it might only apply to normal. I don't actually know. Disregard that. But I do have another character with the mandated Devil's Crossing to sort of hurry along his reputation gain in Devil's Crossing. But yeah, your reputation is only gained on one character, and anything you buy here is soulbound, meaning it's untradeable, and you cannot put it in your shared stash. So what we're going to do is look at, hopefully I'll do this quickly, look at ways to quickly build up your reputation. Now I obviously have Devil's Crossing maxed out, so this is not going to be a good example, but for Devil's Crossing, the bounties I go for are Rostov the Aetherflame, the Bruiser Romanov, and kill Cronley's lieutenants. Now what I do is for kill Cronley's lieutenants, I go to that waypoint and I come up here and I kill these guys because they will add a little bit of reputation on. And then I leave the mines, and the lieutenants will spawn sort of in this area. And I did comment on this in the the Devil's Crossing bounty video, but there's 1 to 2 lieutenants just right here. Oh, that guy's still alive, huh? Guess why they call him the Wall. I'm gonna be kind of sloppy, admittedly, here. Because I do want to kind of go through here a little quicker. But, oh, and then, for Rovers, I'll mention Rovers, you can do the Outlaw Forges and come up here. And this will build up Devil's Crossing reputation as well. But, generally speaking, if I'm farming for reputation, I'm only doing one at a time. I rarely try to overlap things. But there are some bounties that will give you reputation with other things. Based on what they are and based on what you kill, basically. So, yeah, this would be like 3 lieutenants are done, and then we're just coming over here to kill these 2. Kill both the guys just so they're out of your hair. And then, incidentally, you'll get a lot of scrap and dynamite in Cronley's camps. So, it's a good resource farm, too. I believe I'm on my 3rd stack of scrap. I've almost got a full stack of dynamite. Now, I'm coming up here because Rostov the Aetherflame, he spawns in this fort. So if you're doing the Rostov the Aetherflame quest, you can come up here and kill him. Now, also note, you can loop back around if you have the Kill Boris, but if you go for Kill Boris, you can start at the waypoint that's right here and walk yourself up here and kill Boris, and then maybe walk around here. But the other thing I will do for Cronley's guys, and I don't really think I need to go through every single place for this, is I will clear out Cronley's hideout, especially if I have the Bruiser Romanov. So I'll walk around here, and Moneybags Martin and a bunch of other heroes will be in here. So you can run through here. There's guys here. Moneybags can sometimes spawn there, and then you come through these switchbacks. You know, there are guys all over here. You come through here. Dyreni, I think his name is right there. So you can come up here. You basically kill these guys. I avoid this area and this area. Yeah, because those 2 areas are bugs, and that's not going to help you farm Devil's Crossing reputation. Then I come down here, and Moneybags can be here, or I want to say here I think he can be, or he can be here. So be on the lookout for him, because he can kill you quite quickly with his stunning bombs he does. Pop a portal, then I run in here, and I kill Cronley, and the Bruiser Romanov can be in here, or he can be somewhere in here behind him. So if I do kill him in there, I just leave. If I don't, I explore a little more. Also, if I get, I believe it's Hellion, the Rat. His nickname's the Rat. I would sometimes come in here and just kill my way through here, but otherwise you can actually, I picked the wrong one, didn't I? Otherwise you can actually go and run from this waypoint straight into the mine entrance, or you can come from Cronley's hideout and do a big loop down to these mines. So there are 3 ways to go after Hellion, I think his name is, the Rat. And that'll help you build up Devil's Crossing reputation, because killing the normal guys will give you the reputation, killing all those elites will give you the reputation, killing Cronley gives you, I think, 75 or 100. So you can build up reputation with Devil's Crossing quite easily. It also helps that all of the quests through the first 2 acts of the game are Devil's Crossing quests, which will raise your faction reputation with them as well. So Devil's Crossing is a pretty easy place to get reputation. And in fact, if you look, for me, Cronley is barely past hated. So, like, I had them, like, here when I actually got to Revered, because you just hardly ever fight Cronley's gang outside of the quests. Because I don't even think I farm them for anything. So for the Rovers, let's come over here. The Rovers, for their bounties are kind of, I wouldn't say all over the place. They're definitely in a, they definitely do lean towards the Arcavian Undercity, and then Broken Hills, but there are one or two that send you elsewhere. Like I mentioned, there's the destroy the Outlaw Forges, but the places I tend to go with the Rovers is into the Undercity. And I did this in the bounty videos, but actually I don't think I need to run into it right now. But yeah, I will go into the Undercity, but also the Steps of Torment are a great place to build Rover reputation, because both places are nothing but undead hordes, and they're pretty standard places to go. The Undercity is a little easier to clear out because it's a little lower level, but Steps of Torment's still a legitimate farming place right now. So you can go, no wait. Yeah, that is Steps of Torment. Steps of Torment is still a legitimate place for you to farm up your gear as well. So you can go to the Steps of Torment, even into the Gates of Anguish, if you so wish. I'd probably stop at Zarthazelin, because he'll give you a good chunk of reputation, and then you can just pull the ripcord and get out of there. No need to spend your money on all those skeleton keys and stuff. Oh, and by example, farming the reputation like that for the Rovers, I went from maybe in between, like in the middle between respected and honored. No, actually, when I started farming the reputation, I wasn't even at respected. I had to actually get the bounty table unlocked. And this is, getting up to here was basically, what, 3 hours? It's whatever I recorded yesterday, was pretty much from just above respected to right there. And now we're going to go to Homestead. I did not click Homestead right there. I meant to click and drag the map around. Now, Homestead is killing beasts, and these are both wild animals and trolls. Trolls and fleshwarped and stuff count as, or not fleshwarped, the trolls, Mistborn is what I'm thinking of. All of those count towards your Homestead reputation. And for Homestead, this was also just doing the bounties today, pretty much. Like, I unlocked the bounty table. But also, Homestead, you're going to get a lot of beast kills just playing the game. So I think Homestead may be the easiest to build reputation for in terms of killing things. Devil's Crossing is definitely the easiest because you get so many quests for it. And I would highly advise you actually get to Honored in here, in Homestead, before farming Devil's Crossing, because the last quest you do is the last in the We Need Food chain that you get from Barnabas. And once you do that, you'll get, I think it's 1,500 reputation in Devil's Crossing, and that's a big chunk for that. I mean, I was already maxed out in Devil's Crossing already. Did I just Department of Redundancy department myself on that sentence? I think I did. But anyways, yeah, I had Devil's Crossing maxed out when I actually got that quest. So the new quest here is finishing that off. So I would highly advise doing that first, and it'll just save you like maybe an hour of Devil's Crossing farming. But for Homestead, I would do runs to the waypoints there. I would do runs up here to get into the Derpidon lair and kill the derps that are in there. I would also jump to the Pine Barrens and do a run up to Bloodfeast. That's a little longer though, but there's still some pretty good enemies to go through in here, and it's actually a pretty okay farming route as well. But there are definitely more enemies to kill on your way over to the Derpidon lair, and that'll get you good farming, good opportunities to farm up Homestead reputation. But Homestead and the Rovers, because their two things are so widely dispersed in this game, they're going to be pretty easy to build up. Devil's Crossing is the only one I think that really requires a lot of dedicated farming, because Cronley's Gang is very specific, and I think that was by design that they made Cronley's Gang Devil's Crossing's build up, because, just strictly speaking, because of how many quests you get in Devil's Crossing. There's no, I don't think there is not an enemy beasts set, at least for now. There is one more faction that's going to come out in build 26. I don't know if it's going to be ally or enemy yet, but we shall see. Now for this last thing I'm going to do, I have 14,580 reputation with the Rovers, and I am going to try to very quickly go through the Steps of Torment. I'm kind of sick of Steps of Torment because I had to do them twice yesterday. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a annoying thing to do again, but I'm going to try to do it more or less quickly. I don't think I'm going to be recording, or at least showing a lot of it. So that'll be the comparison to see just what Steps of Torment gives you in terms of reputation for the Rovers. Ah, jeez. Okay, we're crossing the bridge to Zarzelen. Hopefully I'll have good luck on him like I have had every other time I fought him so far. Oh yeah, he's done. So we'll open all the stuff. Now we look at the faction, and I have gained. I had 14,580, and now I have 15,152. So we haven't gained a full 1,000. We've gained 600-ish in about what 10-15 minutes, and I'd say that's okay. I actually got kind of a crappier. That's great portal placement there, guy. I actually got kind of crappier spawns this time around, but you can see how fast you could actually build up your reputation, especially if you had a bounty rolled in there. So I would say go to the bounty table and pick up a bounty that's in the location you wanna go to. I think that's the gist of how I'd farm up reputation for now. Is look at the places where there are the things to kill for that rep. Grab a bounty that's related to one of those places, and then just go do the bounty. The bounty will net you somewhere between 50 and 150, maybe even more depending on what it is. Oh, I will also point out, if you get delivery missions on the bounty tables for items you have plenty of, let's see if I get any. For items you have plenty of, just very quickly turn them in. Okay, that's killing queens. I thought it was a royal jelly one. But also there in Devil's Crossing and at the Rovers camp. Okay, I didn't get anything good. At Devil's Crossing you'll sometimes get one to deliver a calamity relic. And here, you'll get one to deliver an equilibrium relic. And if you do either of those, you'll get, I think it's 500 reputation, which is a lot. And that'll save you at least one trip through whatever dungeon you're going through to farm the reputation up. So, I think that about sums up how I'm going to go about building up reputation, both for enemies and for allies, because, like, looking at the undead, I think that went up just a little bit. And, like, 9,000, and then it's 1,400. And I have a feeling I'll be having nemesis spawns for the undead about the same time I get revered in the Rovers. And that's still going to be a really long time and a whole lot of farming to do. But, I think it'll be worth it to have all this done. And, yeah. That about covers reputation. I have no idea what I'm going to do next for Grim Dawn, because I think I've hit the end of whatever I could be doing right now. So, I think the next in-depth video is going to be a Build 26 video, given what's left. Or viewer requests. Or tips and tricks. Or if there's a specific boss to do or build, I could try to do those as well. But I think I'll maybe come up with a build or two of my own to post as well. I just don't know what's gonna be coming down the pipe for Grim Dawn in the near future. But that would just about do it for Build 25 stuff and the current state of the game. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys next time.